really for her, it was about just finding the back of the net, and then they feel like after that, the rest will find the back of the net. It was just the momentum that she needed to get there, and she finally put 2 away. But they have so much depth in the midfield and feel very confident that there will be no change in terms of the level of effort that comes from the midfield line.
Carolina Ascent take flight here this evening in the Tar Heel State. We're underway tonight, Carolina and Fort Lauderdale, a battle of 2 teams tied for 4th on the Gamebridge Super League table. And an early push forward, Jill Aguilera's cross gets pummeled out, and here comes Fort Lauderdale. Michael Watring joined by Brooke Kirchhoffer here tonight. Great to have you with us for this evening's matchup. Brooke, what are you watching for this evening?
Allie Rogers made it very clear that she wants to see her team be relentless when asked about the tempo that they want to play with, but she said it's twofold. Can we have confidence and patience when we keep the ball? And the other is penetration going forward. There is penetration. Gordon's shot gets paddled aside by McClellan. Aguilera crosses. This ball bounces in. It trickles across. Butler gets a piece. Baisden hammers. Diving stop after the initial save. Now, and this being on a wet turf field, this might be how one is found in the back of the net. A deflection there. You see the goalkeeper to cleanly grab that one. Carolina staying ready and available for those deflections. Baisden again. Baisden blasts. Ambitious from that distance over everybody. Morris cuts. Morris smashes. Blocks away, and that is the end of the opening 45. And that last sequence seems like what we saw in that 45 minutes. A lot of potential, but in the end, nobody's able to find that empty seam. 3 teams have 14 points. That includes Spokane, who plays tomorrow against Tampa Bay. A win for one of these 2 teams could push them up to the number 2 slot on the table. Second half starts. Fort Lauderdale in the white kits tonight. Nyamekye darts. Nyamekye flies this. McClellan retreats. And why not give it a go there for Nyamekye? Starting with the Gamebridge Super League and then USL League One semifinal. Portland Hearts of Pine and Spokane. This shot attempt. Hara gets both paws on it and angles it away. You have to imagine that's a conversation that was had from both coaches with a slippery wet ball because of playing on turf, a bit of rain. Test the goalkeeper in moments like this one. Could potentially see a deflection be the reason why. Is this the breakthrough on corner kick number 9 of the evening for the Ascent? Aguilera slingshots it in. Hara gets a piece. And then it hits off of Butler and outs. It's probably the best defending we've seen on a corner from Bella Hara. Goes up and punches that one out. Gets a deflection, and it will be a goal kick for Fort Lauderdale. Stay up to date with the Gamebridge Super League. Sign up for the Super Newsletter. Get news about your favorite team and stories from around the league delivered directly to your inbox weekly. Sign up at GamebridgeSuperLeague.com/newsletter. Quick turn and a good ball. George has an angle. George chases, splits 2 defenders. George pokes it, and it one hops into the cradle of Hara. At some point, you have to imagine that one of these fouls are going to go her way. 7. They have the second most points in that time. But you look at Fort Lauderdale this season, they only have 4 goals in 4 road games. Granted, 2 wins by a goal in that time, but it has been a premium for this team to try to score goals on the road. Meanwhile, Carolina, excellent at home, as they were last year as well. But with 20 minutes or so left, we still sit at 0-0. It's tough for Fort Lauderdale, too, with how much they are defending. They've got to be gassed at this point. We know that they're baiting and waiting to draw Carolina into a space where they can force them to make a mistake and get on the attack. But at some point, your legs have to be exhausted. Here's Harding. Things opening up. Harding loops right to the middle. The only place you would think that made it easy for Hara. And as we take a look back at this one, why not rip it off her right foot here? Right here, just off the bounce, the one touch. The defender hadn't cut you off yet. You had the near post wide open. The goalkeeper had given you about 4 yards in from the box. Probably not 4 yards, probably 4 feet.
but that post was open. And when you look at their shots versus shots on target, that's the tail of Carolina's attack. 14 shots, only 4 on target.
This ball splashes in. Hamid hammers. Spillage. And Jasmine Hamid strikes to break the game open. Fort Lauderdale lead 1-0.
Goal scored by number 17, Jasmine Hamid.
Her reaction tells you everything you need to know how this match has gone so far. Just waiting for their moment, picking their spots. Hamid staying readily available, holding up that run, and you see she takes advantage. You see her teammate too, making sure she's getting out of the way as she's looking to find the back of the net. It just takes one, and how deflating it just to be able to finish that one off, having to do so much defending 70 minutes in. But she, again, we talk about Carolina needing to have that slow pulse in the attacking third. That's exactly what Fort Lauderdale did. When they had the moment and the opportunity, they punished.
2 changes for Fort Lauderdale. Kelly Van Treek is coming in as well as Princess Ademe Louis coming in. That duo replaces Nyamekye and Gordon. Here's George looking for an equalizer now. George is in. George slides. Makes contact with Hara, but nobody for Fort Lauderdale touched it. It's out for a goal kick. Down the field. Can Hilton get onto this? Hilton chases. Full-time whistle blows. Fort Lauderdale come on the road and end a 3-match winless run